Saber is a sport of speed and commitment, and plays out largely within the lockout timing of 170 milliseconds. For both fencers to score a light, they must be within 170 milliseconds of one another. Human reaction time is around 140 milliseconds, making it functionally impossible to react to the opponent in most situations. This limitation is most evident during the march, one of the few times in Saber where one specifically waits for a cue from the opponent before reacting. This is a march with O and Ha. Ha is moving down the strip. He is watching for a reaction, any deviation from the expected retreat. At 2 points, O deviates, a counterattack followed by a retreat, giving up that counterattack. At this point, O starts a counter, but it isn't until here that there is any reaction from Ha. It takes Ha a little over 200 milliseconds to recognize and react to O's counterattack. He then changes his march to a lunge. O pulls back, but Ha doesn't react for 140 milliseconds, now changing his lunge back into the original march and continuing on towards the end of the strip. These two videos are separated by 150 milliseconds. The bottom shows what the fencer sees, while the top shows the fencer reacting to the visual cues he is presented. This rough uncertainty is an inherent element of Saber. While I focus on the march is not the point of this video. The march was chosen because reacting is a luxury we enjoy during the march, and it offers the best example of this phenomenon. In normal life, reaction time is negligible, but in Saber, it defines the sport. This 1/6 of a second is why rock, paper, scissors exists in our sport, and it's why we must pre-plan our actions. Parries are started before the visual cue of the attack, and a lunge is started before the opponent even prepares. We must know what we want to do before we start, turning encounters into go, no-go scenarios so as to fit our reaction time into the allotted lockout timing. To paraphrase a classic, you don't have time to think. If you think, you're dead. In Saber, we don't have time to think. All we have is planning and training. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, consider giving it a thumbs up, and I will see you next time.